Welcome back, Hoop fans. The 2025 WNBA All-Star Draft just went down, and it was absolutely electrifying. Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier, two of the league's biggest superstars, went head-to-head as team captains. And let me tell you, the competition was fierce. We've got jaw-dropping picks, some wild coaching drama, and even a trade attempt that had everyone raising their eyebrows. Who built the better team? Let's break down every moment of this draft and figure out which captain came out on top. Trust me, this is not your average draft recap. Let's start by talking about the stars of the show, the team captains. Caitlin Clark, of course, earned the top spot in fan voting, making her the first pick in this year's All-Star Draft. With over 1.2 million votes, she's the future of the WNBA, and there's no denying her popularity. She's known for her deep shooting range, playmaking, and fiery competitiveness. But she wasn't alone. On the other side of the court, we have Napheesa Collier. The Minnesota Lynx forward and reigning WNBA champion is one of the most well-rounded players in the league. She's not just an offensive powerhouse. Collier's defense, leadership, and versatility make her the perfect captain for any squad. And despite Caitlin Clark's massive fan base, Collier wasn't far behind in the fan voting, making this an intense battle for the #1 pick. So, how did the draft unfold? With her first pick, Caitlin Clark shocked us all by selecting Aaliyah Boston, the Indiana Fever rookie sensation. Sure, we know Clark's all about shooting the three, but she knew this was the perfect time to bring in a dominant post player who could control the paint. Boston, who's already making a splash in her rookie season, gives Team Clark that inside presence, which perfectly balances Clark's sharpshooting skills. In response, Napheesa Collier wasted no time going with Breanna Stewart, one of the most versatile and dominant players in WNBA history. With 7 All-Star appearances and a championship pedigree, Stewart is the ideal pick to anchor Team Collier. This wasn't just a solid first pick, it was a statement. Stewart gives Collier a player who can stretch the floor, dominate inside, and serve as a leader both on and off the court. The strategy here is key. Clark goes for someone who can control the paint and balance her long-range game. Collier, on the other hand, starts with a player who can do it all. And with Stewie, her squad already has a championship-level presence. Caitlin Clark's next few picks showed she wasn't messing around. After securing Aaliyah Boston's inside presence, she went full throttle with the shooters. Next up, Sabrina Ionescu. Clark knows that having an elite playmaker alongside her is crucial, and Ionescu is just that. Not only can Sabrina score from deep, but her basketball IQ is off the charts. She'll be the perfect complement to Clark, spreading the floor and creating easy looks for the entire team. Clark's next pick? Aja Wilson, a total game changer. The Las Vegas Aces forward is a dominant force on both ends of the floor. With Wilson's ability to score, rebound, and block shots, she's a perfect fit for Team Clark's balanced strategy. With her combination of size and skill, Wilson can dominate in the post, and on the defensive end, she's capable of locking down anyone in the paint. And finally, Satou Sabally, a smooth forward who's deadly from beyond the arc. Sabally has the kind of versatility that allows her to step in and be both an offensive and defensive threat. This gives Team Clark a unique edge. It's a squad that can spread the floor, shoot the three, and still defend with strength in the paint. Clark's strategy is clear. She's building a team that can shoot, stretch the floor, and still have that big-time presence inside. She's got the firepower, and with players like Ionescu and Sabally, she's setting up her team for some serious offensive firepower. Now let's turn our attention to Team Collier. Napheesa Collier wasn't about to sit back and let Team Clark run away with this draft. She went with Breanna Stewart first, no surprise there, and then started building her squad with total balance in mind. Her next pick was Alicia Gray, a player who can lock down on defense, but also hit clutch shots when it matters most. Team Collier was shaping up to be a physical team, one that could dominate inside, but also light it up from beyond the arc. Collier's next pick was Nneka Ogwumike, the Los Angeles Sparks star and a defensive mastermind. Nneka's versatility allows her to guard multiple positions and provide scoring when needed. Collier's squad is all about versatility. She's got Stewie, a championship-level scorer. She's got Gray and Nneka, who can both lock down opponents and create opportunities on offense. But the big surprise came when she added Paige Bueckers, a true wild card. Bueckers, though young, is already showing she can handle the pressure and rise to any occasion. Pair her with veteran players, and she'll bring that youthful energy and playmaking ability to the table. Napheesa Collier's squad is a perfect balance of youth and experience. She's got the leadership in Stewie and Enika, the firepower in Buickers, and defensive juggernauts in Gray and Collier herself. It's a well-rounded team that can adapt to any situation. All right, now we've seen the starters, but what about the reserves? Both captains had to round out their teams with a few final picks, and trust me, these reserves are nothing to scoff at. The depth of these squads is insane. First up, let's talk about Team Clark's reserves. After securing some serious firepower in the starters, Clark went for players who could come off the bench and make an immediate impact. She started with Kelsey Mitchell, the electric guard from the Indiana Fever. Mitchell has been on fire this season, averaging solid points and providing that extra spark in clutch moments. She's a must-have for Team Clark, especially in a high-energy game like the All-Star Showdown. Next, Clark picked Gabby Williams. Williams' versatility is off the charts. She can defend, she can score, and she brings that winning mentality every time she steps on the court. She's one of those players who does the dirty work, whether it's guarding the opposing team's best player or hustling for those key rebounds. Clark's squad now has someone who can do all the little things and make a big impact. Then came Sonia Citron, the rookie from Notre Dame, who's been making waves in her debut season. She's an excellent shooter and a potential future star in the league. Citron gives Team Clark that young energy and is someone who could surprise us all with a breakout performance. And we can't forget Kiki Iriafen, another rookie who has shown flashes of brilliance early in her career. Her size and athleticism make her a force to be reckoned with, especially in a game where every player has to bring their best game to the floor. And rounding out the reserves for Team Clark, Jackie Young and Kayla Thornton. Both players are incredibly skilled and provide that high-level defense and scoring that any All-Star team needs. Now, let's take a look at Team Collier's reserves. Napheesa Collier went for a mixture of experience and dynamic energy off the bench. First up, Courtney Williams, the gritty guard who can break down defenses and hit clutch shots. She's the type of player who thrives in big moments, making her a huge asset to Team Collier's overall balance. Then, Collier picked up Skylar Diggins-Smith, a player who's been in the league long enough to know how to take over games. Her ability to create her own shot, lead an offense, and defend makes her the ultimate reserve player. She's a true veteran presence who can step in and make an impact instantly. Next, Angel Reese, the standout forward from LSU. Reese has been turning heads with her hustle, rebounding ability, and physicality. Adding her to the reserve pool brings an extra level of intensity to Team Collier. Reese is known for her aggression, and she could be the wild-card player who shakes things up in the game. Following that pick was Alyssa Thomas, the always reliable forward who does all the dirty work. She's one of the best defenders in the league, and her relentless energy on both ends of the court will add immense value to Team Collier. Her ability to guard multiple positions and bring defensive pressure is going to be huge when it comes to containing Clark's offensive threats. Finally, Collier rounded out her reserves with Kelsey Plum, the guard who's a constant scoring threat, and Rhyne Howard, another rising star who's quickly making her mark in the league. These two players are exactly what Team Collier needed. Scorers who can step in and drop buckets, keep the tempo high, and make sure the energy stays up throughout the game. So, both captains did an incredible job filling out their rosters. Team Clark has a deep bench of players who can shoot, defend, and create plays, while Team Collier brings in a balanced mix of seasoned veterans and hungry young stars who can take over at any given moment. This reserve depth is going to make the 2025 All-Star Game even more exciting, as each player on both teams could step up and make a game-winning play. Now, things really start to heat up. After the draft, the drama wasn't over. Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier weren't just picking players, they were also choosing their coaches. At first, Cheryl Reeve, head coach of the Minnesota Lynx, was assigned to coach Team Clark, while Sandy Brondello, head coach of the New York Liberty, was slated to lead Team Collier. But Clark wasn't satisfied with that. She expressed her preference to work with Brondello, who had coached her before. And what happened next? In a shocking twist, the coaches were swapped. Reeve moved to Team Collier, and Brondello joined Team Clark. This coaching swap wasn't just about strategy, it was personal. Reeve and Clark have history, especially after the 2024 U.S. Olympic team snub. The tension was real, and this trade added another layer to what was already a highly competitive atmosphere. Now, Reeve will have to coach against Clark's team, with the added drama of their past. This move has major implications. Reeve is a legendary coach with experience leading top-tier teams, but her history with Clark adds fuel to the fire. Will it create even more drama between the two teams? You bet it will. So, with the draft wrapped up and the team set, what's next? Who's got the edge going into the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game? Team Clark brings incredible shooting, floor spacing, and versatility, while Team Collier has depth, balance, and physicality. Both teams have firepower, leadership, and the potential to dominate. With the added coach swap drama, this All-Star Game is going to be one for the ages. Caitlin Clark has built a squad that can light up the scoreboard, while Napheesa Collier's team has the grit and determination to grind out a win. The 2025 WNBA All-Star Game is set for July 19th at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, and it's going to be epic. But who's going to come out on top? Let us know in the comments below which team you think will reign supreme. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more WNBA updates and breakdowns. See you in the next one, where we'll continue to dive into all the latest action.